Hello, Mom. Hello, Dad. Let's all come to rest together. Put away everything distracting and cuddle up. I'll take care of the bedtime story. In a quiet forest, evening was falling gently. The sky was turning deep blue, and the first tiny stars were waking up. In a soft, mossy clearing, a small bear named Theo sat beside a warm little campfire, already waiting for you. Theo looked into the glowing light, then lifted his head as if he could see straight to your cozy bed.
Come closer. You can rest now. I'll watch over you while we tell this little story together,
He said softly. The campfire beside him glowed like a tiny sun on the right side of the clearing. The orange light flickered gently over the moss, over smooth stones, over old logs and tree roots. The fire did not crackle loudly, it just breathed softly, like a slow, sleepy sigh, warming the chilly night air. Theo sat with his round paws close to the fire. The warm light touched his face, his belly, and his paws, wrapping him in a cozy glow. Behind him, the forest was, dark and peaceful, with soft forest green shadows. Everything was safe. Nothing was in a hurry. Theo was a very special bear. He was a protective, cuddly guardian. He loved to make sure everyone felt calm, safe, and watched over. Sometimes he carried a heavy lantern instead of making a fire, and sometimes he made a tiny campfire, just like tonight. Wherever his warm light shone, hearts felt quiet and peaceful. On this Thursday evening, Theo noticed something gentle in the air. It was not a big problem, not a scary feeling. It was just a little restlessness, like when you are cozy in bed but not quite sure how to relax. The leaves rustled softly. Somewhere, a tiny yawn squeaked from the shadows. Theo listened. From behind a mossy log, a little gray rabbit named Willow peeked out. Her ears were long and floppy, and her nose twitched. She whispered,
Theo? I cannot decide where to sleep tonight. Up on the soft leaves under the tree, or here by your warm fire? I want the coziest place of all.
Theo smiled, slow and kind.
That is a very good question. And it is a small problem that we can easily solve together.
Willow's shoulders relaxed just a bit. She felt safe with Theo. Everyone did. When Theo was there, it was as if the forest itself was giving a soft, gentle hug.
We will take our time. There is no rush at all. We will look at all the soft places, one by one.
Theo said. Willow nodded sleepily. Even the idea of walking slowly with Theo made her feel calmer. The tiny campfire glowed behind them, promising warmth when they came back. Step by step, they started to walk. They walked slowly, very slowly, through the moss. The ground was soft under their paws. Theo's steps were big and steady. Willow's steps were small and quiet. Together, they moved like a slow, peaceful rhythm. Step by step, step by step. First, they came to a wide bed of moss under a tall tree. Theo pressed his paw into it. It felt springy and cool. Willow lay down for a moment. The moss hugged her gently. But the air was a little chilly.
This is nice. But maybe we can find a place that is just a bit warmer.
Theo nodded.
Of course, we can keep looking. We have time.
So they walked on, slowly. They passed smooth stones that held a little warmth from the day. They passed old logs where beetles were already asleep. The forest grew quieter and quieter, like a song that is almost over. Next, they reached a small hollow between two tree roots. Dry leaves made a soft, crinkly nest. Willow curled up inside. It felt cozy, like being in a little leafy pocket.
This feels snug, but I think my heart wants to sleep where I can see your warm light too, Theo.
She said. Theo's eyes shone kindly, and he replied softly,
That is very important. Feeling safe, feeling watched over, that matters a lot.
Willow's eyes grew heavier just hearing his calm voice. So again, they walked on, step by step, slowly, back toward the place where the tiny campfire was waiting. As they walked, the sounds of the forest became softer. The breeze through the leaves grew slow and quiet. A bird tucked its head under its wing. Somewhere, a little fox cub sighed in its sleep. The night was not empty or scary. It was full of gentle breathing, and every heartbeat was calm. Soon they saw the warm orange glow between the trees. Theo's campfire shone like a soft lantern on the mossy ground. The light made long, gentle shadows of stones and logs. Willow's nose twitched happily, and she whispered,
Oh, I like this feeling. The night is dark, but your light is warm.
Theo sat down near the fire once more. He patted the moss beside him. It was soft from the day's warmth, not too hot, not too cold. Willow stepped closer, her paws silent on the sand-beige patches of earth near the fire.
You can lie here, where my light can wrap around you like a blanket.
Willow curled up next to Theo's round belly. His rich brown fur was thick and comforting, like a big, soft pillow. The orange glow painted little highlights in his fur and along Willow's ears. The forest around them faded into gentle darkness, but right here, everything was cozy and clear.
Do you feel safe here?
Theo asked quietly. Willow gave a tiny nod.
Yes. I feel safe. I feel calm. I feel watched over.
Theo smiled and whispered the words that lived deep in his heart.
You are safe here. I am watching over you.
The words rested in the air like a soft blanket. They stayed like that, very still. Theo could feel Willow's small body relaxing bit by bit. Her paws loosened. Her back settled into the moss. Her breathing slowed in and out, like tiny waves on a quiet lake. Each breath made her sleepier and sleepier. The campfire burned low and gentle. No big flames, just soft, glowing embers. The light became deeper and warmer, wrapping Theo and Willow in cozy shadows. The stars above them watched kindly. They were not bright and sharp. They were calm and far away, like little sleepy eyes in the sky. Theo looked around the clearing. He saw that everything was just right. The stones were resting. The logs were silent. The tree roots curled through the earth, holding the ground in a safe, steady hug. There were no problems left. The tiny question about where to sleep had found its peaceful answer. He glanced down at Willow. Her eyes were now half closed, heavy with sleep. Her ears had relaxed and lay softly along her back. Theo whispered,
You chose well. You chose warmth and safety and light. You chose to be close to someone who watches over you. That is a very wise choice.
Willow did not answer. Her breathing was slow and calm now. In and out, in and out. Each breath carried her deeper into rest. Her body felt heavy and soft, as if she were sinking into a cloud of moss and light. Thoughts grew quieter. Feelings grew warm and gentle. Theo felt a peaceful pride in his chest. He had helped again in his quiet, patient way. He had taken a tiny problem and turned it into comfort. He did not need applause. He only needed to know that the ones he watched were safe, calm, and ready to sleep. The night deepened. The forest sounds faded until there was only the softest whisper of leaves far away. The little campfire was now just a small, glowing circle. Theo's own eyes began to feel heavy. Guardians also need rest, especially when the world is peaceful and quiet. He shifted just a little, careful not to wake Willow. Moss cushioned his paws and his belly. The orange light touched his face one last time, then dimmed to a gentle glow. Theo's shoulders relaxed. His big bare body became loose and comfortable, like a warm blanket lying on the earth. He took a deep, slow breath. In and out. With every breath, his thoughts slowed down. He did not think about tomorrow. He did not think about anything he needed to do. All he knew was this moment, the soft moss, the warm light, the quiet forest, and the tiny heartbeat of Willow beside him. Theo's eyes closed halfway, then 3/4, then almost all the way. The stars above seemed to dim just a little, as if they too were getting sleepy. The world became softer, rounder, quieter. There were no sharp edges, no loud sounds, only comfort and rest. Finally, Theo let his eyes close completely. Darkness behind his eyelids felt safe and gentle, like being wrapped in a cozy den. His breathing matched Willow's, slow and steady. In and out, in and out. Two sleepy rhythms, perfectly calmed together by the little fire. In the mossy clearing, on this peaceful Thursday night, the small guardian bear and Willow the rabbit slept side by side. The campfire glowed faintly, like a tiny lantern of safety. The whole forest seemed to lean in and whisper, "You are safe here. You are watched over. You can rest." And now, just like Theo and Willow, you too can feel your body getting heavier and softer. Your eyes can become warm and sleepy. Your breathing can become slow and calm. Everything is fine. The story is over. Everything is safe, and now you can rest and sleep.